Hi there, I'm Joshua. Today is July 6, 2017, and this is what I call Lunch Break Roguelike. It is a small series that I work on a small roguelike video game over my lunch break. Um, I guess I want to apologize. Yesterday, I have family in town, so I've been kind of running around with my parents, showing them the sights and sounds of Seattle and the Pacific Northwest. And I'm sick. I don't know what, I think I have allergies or something. It feels like my eyeballs are trying to escape my skull. So I probably also sound a little haggard as well. Apologies for that. I'm trying to sip some mint tea and hopefully straighten out my voice a little bit. Hey, Nympheus. Thanks for joining me, man. Hopefully everything's going well your way. But yeah, if you're interested in this little project, it is open source. You can find it at github.com/joshua/lunch-break-rl. It's not really a structured tutorial, but you can follow along. I also tag every single episode, so this is the beginning of episode 14. You can do a git checkout EP14 if you want to follow along. If not, don't worry about it. I'll just be coding and talking about it. It's mostly me working on a project and just kind of solving problems in front of other people, which is fun. It's a good thing to do. Yeah, no, I've been taking some allergy medicine, and I need to track down some decongestant so I don't sound so grovelly. Cool. So if we recall where we left off last time, Python game.py is we have pardon me, we have the map in the middle here. We have a list of things that the players can interact with. And we have a list of players over here. At the bottom, we have this little join prompt, which lets players join in from Twitch. So over here, you can't see it in Twitch, but I'm going to type join. And yep, I pop in there. I'm the little pink J up here. I have 10 health, and I can move around. So let's actually start working on some things that resemble gameplay. So I'm going to close out this window. Actually, I think I'm going to lengthen out the turn. So where does that live? Is it in game? Game.py? No, scene.py? I'm trying to think. Somewhere I have a number of it's like seconds per turn or something like that. Scene.py. Let's check that out. Seconds per tick. I'm going to try to make sure that let's try lengthening that out to say 15. Ideally, you'd be able to take a I'm trying to find a good length of time so that the players in Twitch can react appropriately. Because right now, you always issue commands, several turns in the past versus where your character's at now. So I'm trying to make that a little bit easier to deal with. I've also been working on some of these action stuff. I may want to refactor that. I've been thinking about that, off stream. But what we can do is we can make them actually do stuff. Held item, usable item. We have a fist and a sword. And then in the action we have in the scene, I'm adding manually a potion, which is just a usable item. Pardon me, and a sword, which is a held item. So if we look at maybe our item.py definition. So yeah, the held item really doesn't do a lot. It's something that when you bump it. So this get action is what you do when you bump. So when you bump it, you equip it. And this is equip action item, which goes to here. So owner.held item equals self.item. Let's do something like this. Let's do old item equals owner dot held item. And then we update this to self.item. Here also we could say old underscore item dot position equals self.item dot position. Basically, I want to plot this on the ground. So this is removing it from the ground, and then if old item and not is instance is instance of item dot fist, because basically all the players have fists, and we don't want to drop the fist. That just seems seriously. So it was 2 seconds. Yeah, I've also enabled so on my end I've enabled the high or the low ping to hopefully try to get it to make it better. But we'll see. Import item, and then if there's not instance of item dot fist, we need to insert that into the scene. Scene dot current scene dot entities dot append old item. So this will allow us to have multiple items, and we should be able to swap in between them. So to test this out, I guess I'll make a second held item, and I'll put it in the scene. So we should have a sword, and then maybe also I will make a axe. Okay, and I'm just going to just push it down on the y-axis and see how that works. No module named item. What? Oh. Oh goodness, Joshua. Yeah, so action. So it should be from entities import item. Yeah, this might be an interesting stream because I'm not at 100%. So in Nimbus is 8 seconds themselves, but they're in Australia, so it's higher than usual. Yeah, so let's see how 15 feels. I might drop. Let's just drop it down to 10, I guess. Let's do 10 seconds per tick and see how that works. I should be able to join. This might make testing pretty hard now that I think about it. Yeah, for the time being, let me just drop that down to 1, and then I can crank it back up when we actually have people in here playing. Because I want to test picking up the sword and the axe. Join. There we go. Right. So potion is being used on Joshua Skelly. That's correct. Okay, let's just march over to the right. Okay, right. Okay, so I pick up the sword. Down. And right. Cool, and that swaps out the axe and the sword. Yeah, that's the desired behavior. Cool. All right. I guess we can make let's make the potion. Let's make them actually do stuff, right? So fist. Let's add a constructor. Let's just init. I'm just going to copy the constructor from entity because that's ultimately what it is. Yeah, let me just do that. And self dot damage equals 1. And here for the sword, let's make the sword do 3. And self name equals sword, and char equals s by default, but we can override it if we care to do so. And then in our scene, .py. I could just say item.sword. I don't need to supply the care anymore, but the position would be good. Okay, there we are. And in the actions, we do the attack action. Attack action. So right here, we need to get the weapon. So weapon equals self dot, or not self, owner dot held item. Damage dealt equals 1 if weapon damage dealt equals weapon dot damage, and then the target minus equals damage dealt. Okay, so now I just need to make sure that, yeah, so fist does 1 damage, sword does 3. And maybe let's improve this check here too. So if weapon and has adder, weapon and damage. So this will skip over this check if it doesn't have a damage attribute, and it'll just do 1 damage instead, which is fine. So now the fish should do 1, the sword should do 3. And actually I should be able to just kind of just fudge it here and say this I dot damage equals 2. So the axe should do 2. Yeah, no, Nympheus, you're absolutely correct. Trying to balance the update rate and because you want people with latency to be able to play, but you don't want it to be boring. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, a lot of times when you're developing something, you set a lot of things to crazy values because you just don't want to wait. Like I don't want to wait like a minute to move 6 spaces, you know. So there should be a colon living there. Also, Nympheus, if you ever want to jump in and just mess around while I'm testing stuff, feel free to. Sword has no attribute care. What? Oh, Joshua. So what I need to do is, for these items in the constructor, I need to call their super dot init with care position FG BG. I think that's it. Because I do want to bring in all that stuff. There we go. And let me go ahead and in-task this. Pardon me. There we go. Join. Let's go right a whole bunch of times. Oh, okay. I was worried that I'd overshot it. So let's go down, grab our sword. Let's see if I can actually. Let me put a wall here so these kobolds can't really escape. Let's try to trap them in here. Oh, he's gonna dodge me, that jerk. So I did hit him for, looks like 2 damage. Is that right? Oh no. Hmm. Yeah, I am hitting him for 3, which is good. Yeah, sword was 3, and it appears to be doing 3. They must have, off the bat, been hurting each other. There we go. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so these items actually they actually make a difference, which is nice. Um, we probably want things that have 0 health to be removed. Yeah, kobolds are very. I mean, they have super basic AI, but they are sneaky. That's why it's nice to have multiple players to help pin them. But let's look at creature, the creature definition. On its tick, yeah, let's look at if self.current health equal or less than equal to 0. I think entities know how to remove themselves. Yeah, so you can just do a self.remove, and it will remove itself from the scene. And let's just go ahead and print something out to the console so we get a little bit of action there. So console.current.print so and so perishes format, and self.name should be good. Cool. So this will allow kobolds to die. This will allow players to die, which is interesting. Okay, we have usable items. Yeah, so here this is being used. We should make the potion class potion. POTI potion. Sorry, that just doesn't look right. Is a type of usable item. It's just we're just going to redefine the use on that, and it just needs to be self and target. Also, I want to maybe do something like that, and say self.heal amount equals 4. It's going to be kind of a big deal. And then under this use, target current health equals the min of target max max or maximum creature max health. Okay, because we don't want the health to exceed the max, and target current underscore health plus self heal amount. Cool. And then also maybe do something like print blank recovers blank health. So this would be self.name, and this should be self.heal amount. Cool. So yeah, so these actually items should make a difference now. Let's give it a whirl. Join. And again, chat, feel free to hop in if you'd like to help me test this stuff out. But I also may quit the game unexpectedly too. Okay. Okay, let's move over. I'm gonna go grab that sword. Okay. Left and down a bunch. Yeah, so the kobolds are hitting each other. I should probably have some text for the actual attack, so it's easier to tell what's going on. There we go. And let the kobold hit me a little bit, maybe? Did I not go, did I misspell right? R-I-G-H-T. There we go. It doesn't look like my health actually increased, though. What did I mess up? Yeah, that might not be a bad idea, too. Console, current console print. Target current health is equal to the min. Current health, min, target, max target health. And target health plus heal amount. That should have worked. Let me try that again, and let me let's try this. Join up, left. Yeah. Oh. I'd never replaced it. That's what's happening here. So this potion, it should be a potion. There we go. Oh, and now we get a crash. Tar is not defined. Uh-oh, what did I... Oh yeah, target. An item. It's really weird that I typoed that. All right. But I have some confidence now that it will work. Join. Oh man, it's a long ways away. Oh, that kobold is tearing me apart. I was looking at the wrong spot. There we go. Potion recovers 4 health. Yeah, that seems a little weird. Let's try instead of self.name, let's do target.name. That seems to make more sense. That way, I'll say player or kobold or somebody has recovered health. Cool. So that's good progress, right? We have potions you can drink, which will restore your health. We have weapons that let you do more damage. That's slightly more interesting gameplay. Yeah, let me just space this out. Let's clear this out. There's a thing called PEP8 which defines white space conventions for Python. So let me just try to clean this up just a tiny bit, just to make myself feel better about it. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now maybe every so often I should sprinkle in new items or enemies into the area. For the now Nifis, just keeping it simple. I don't really have any big scale plans. I'm just trying to solve. I guess I'm just in the mode right now where I'm solving just the most immediate problem that I see. And it's just a fun little project, and it isn't necessarily really like designed to go anywhere. It's just a fun thing to work on during my lunch hour, and to scratch my programming itch. Because typically I do art for a video game called Delver. That's my main project right now. Cool. So let me see this scene. Seconds per tick. Where's that used at? That's where it's defined, Joshua. Yes. So here we go. So here we go. Update entity. Let's actually. I'm just going to create for lack of a better term, it's just going to be new file. Let's just call it dungeonmaster.py. And this is just going to be a class that does stuff. It'll be right now. It'll be in charge of handling the events that get created. So let's just call it class dungeon master. Should probably be, I guess, an entity, but it doesn't really have a position per se. Let's not implement it as an entity. Let's just make it a vanilla object. I think we can just add those, and I think they'll be okay. Init, let's add a constructor because those are good to have. Self pass, and I think if I'm going to add it into the main loop there, it needs to have a def update self and a time. It needs to have a def tick self. Let's just look at the base entity. Do entities not have a tick? Do creatures have ticks? What have ticks? Creature def tick and self. Yeah, I think entities should be tickable. So let me just add that after. I have update defined twice. That's cute. Okay. So our dungeon master, whoever that is, def tick. That's all that is. Pass. Def handle events. Self and event. Pass. Okay, I think. Jim the dungeon master. Sure, we can do that. Self.name equals Jim. Okay, so how about let's just do it. Let's just try adding him to the scene and see if it breaks the world. So import dungeon master, and here we have the Twitch chat manager here, which is also self.entities.append dungeon master. There we are. So we should have a new dungeon master instance. We should be able to run it, and hopefully nothing bad should happen, or something bad does happen immediately. Dungeon Master has no attribute draw. Yeah, I guess all entities typically assume that they have the draw. Does Twitch Manager have a draw? It does have a draw. Great. Yeah, I will just implement it. Draw. There we go. Mr. BIMC, sorry for off-topic question, but it is known issue about Delver quite often crashing on macOS and sewers. I don't think it's a known, or if it's I don't know. I don't experience it that much myself. I know there was a crash sometimes on Monster Death that I know Chad has been working on. I think that's been checked in. Does it reproduce every single time, or is it sporadic? Sure. Seriously? Let's not do that. Let's just... yeah, exactly. Again, if you look at the bug reporting thread on the Steam forums, I do heavily suggest having a series of steps to reproduce it, which certainly helps us track down the bug. That just makes life easier for us. Budget measure. So why is this complaining that it doesn't have a? It's complaining it doesn't have a char. This is in self-data roster. Entity draw console. Scene draw, entity draw, entities window. Yeah, so entities window, line 21. UI entities window. Is instance entity player continue? If is instance and so if is instance I need to check entity and entity. Oh goodness, yeah, I'm gonna get collisions here. Import entity, and then here for E. Yeah, you have to be careful with your naming here. And that was a D, not a E, and that's, man, I apologize. Like this allergy medicine must be messing me up in addition to my allergy. Okay, E dot entity. So if it is an entity, so if and only if it's an entity, then we can worry about drawing it, and then it should have the stuff that we care about. Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay. No module named entity. Of course, Joshua. Because it's in the entities module. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, apologies for not being on my A game, but I do want to work on this and I do want to make progress. Entities has an attribute car. Did I miss one? Entities window line 22. Yes, I did. This should be E. I missed one. Dang it. Man, he's not defined. Serious? What? I've been calling them all D, man. There we go. There we go. So the Dungeon Master has been added, which is cool. So now let's just have it do stuff every once in a while. So I guess we could just do it every tick, maybe. Let's just import random. And on tick, say roll equals random dot random. So that should just return a value between 0 and 1, or between, I don't think it actually goes up to 1. I think it's like 0.999. Let's see. Doesn't say. It might be between 0 and 1. So if let's say that every turn there's a 10% chance of him doing something. Roll greater than equal to 0.9. Roll equals random dot random. Let's roll again. If roll less than 0.25, let's say less than equal, we're going to spawn a let's spawn a kobold for fun, right? And let's just look at the definition over here, though this probably should eventually become its own thing. For now, we can just do it quick and dirty. Okay, we also need to from entities import creature. Okay, so we have creature, right, red, it's a kobold, it has the idle action stuck in its brain, and this needs to be scene.current, scene.entities.append, yeah. So every tick there's a 10, or there is there's a 1 in 10 chance, there's a 25% chance that there's a kobold. For the time being, let's just make this let's just make him always do it. We want to also position it randomly, so just say current scene equals all this nonsense here. Just drop that. Position equals random.randint between 0 and current scene dot width, and random.randint 0 and current scene dot height. And position can just be equal to position right here. Okay, let's see if that actually works. Quickly should fill up the world with kobolds, but that's okay. At least I thought. Maybe I messed up the logic somewhere. Okay, well, let's close this out and see why it didn't work. Tick, tick. Is it not getting... Is this not ticking? Print. It is not getting ticked. Why is that? Is tick something special to entity? What does the ticking? Tick. TDL event push tick event. Oh, yeah. So then, is it in creature handle events somewhere? Creature handle events. Yeah, event type tick. Self.tick. Yeah, so it's just a vanilla. It's just a vanilla event that just gets passed around. There we go. Okay. Scene object has no attribute width. Of course it doesn't. It's the level that has the width, Joshua. Position equals scene. Use current scene dot level dot width and current scene dot level dot height. Level has no attribute. What? What? Level. Oh, I don't actually save that. That's weird. Let's capture that data because I think it's. I'm trying to access it, so obviously I think it's a good data to have. Cool. Make that go away. Man, palette is not defined. Oh yeah. In Dungeon Master, we need to import palette. So I'm trying to set a color here that uses palette. Right there. Action not defined. Yeah. Well, let's just do a quick audit. Scenes, we imported scene, position random, we got random, see creature, we imported creature, blah, 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 blah. Palette, action. What? Did not. I did import action. Where are you complaining about action at? Dungeon Master, line 3. Oh, it's from, I think AI. From AI import action, is that right? Yeah. There we go. Okay, that's super aggressive, but it is working. Yeah. This is also an interesting thing: is we should not try to, we shouldn't try to list the things that beyond our 1, 2, 3, 4. This is an entities window. Yeah, let's take a peek at that. UI entities window. Close, sure. So we are iterating over all the entities in the scene. If we're player. So if not, 0, row in self, pardon me, self.data, we need to just break because we're done with this loop. And of course, I need to be more explicit about that being a tuple. There we go. Yeah, so it's still creating them. It's just not showing them. Okay. There's something else I saw there. Yeah, so we also need to offset their In the dungeon master, this also needs to be plus. Actually, let's just capture level as well, equals current scene.level. So this is just level.width plus level.x and level.height plus level.y. That should correctly position the kobold into our scene. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Again, that's pretty excessive. So let's just crank this. Let's just set this down to 0 for the time being. Also, I want to do something like if or elif roll less than, let's say 0.99 for the time being. I want to create a sword. So I'm just going to try to populate the world ever so slowly with additional stuff. S equals item.sword. Item is an entity, so from entities import creature, from entities import item. No dot operator. So item.sword, s.name, append s. Okay. I could probably pull this stuff up and out of here. So I think generally what the dungeon master is going to do is position something so I can just create it up here once at the top and just use it wherever I need it. So position equals position. Okay. Let's try. Oh. Goofed that. So this should fill the world full of swords. Should. Level is not defined. Did I not pull that out as well? I did not. I goofed that somehow. Okay. Alrighty. Dungeon Master has no attribute. Oh yes. Because I'm just copying pasting code, so I'm getting copy paste errors. This just should be current scene.entities. There we go. And now the Dungeon Master will fill the world full of swords. Also, I need to adjust the level height as well. So it'd be, I can push the console down 1 and then raise this up by 6, I think. 1, 2. Let's try that. So in the scene, let's this console window, wherever it is, level window, 11 and 0. It needs to be, say, 24 tall. And this console window needs to go down by 4, so 27. Is that right? That's not right. Down by 1. Okay, but the status bar thing I'm drawing is definitely goofed up now. Maybe that's hard coded. Is it in? I think it's in level window. Let's look at that. Progress bar. Width. height -1. So let me see. Width over 2 minus width over 2. So this should be XY width max. So the width should be, or the Y. So where this is being created then, that's the problem. Well, that should be fine. Yeah. My current status is under the weather. Level window. And what's this? Is the console window? I'm trying to think, because something's odd where it's not. It looks like it's clearing this whole chunk out and not actually drawing it, which is bizarre. And it's still spawning stuff way down there. Is it because it might be just the level is goofed up? So the level window is actually separate from the level. So I need to update the level and the level window. So this is X, Y, width, and height. So this needs to be, I think, 6 less, so 22. There we go. That seems to be a little bit better. Again, that stuff is still super aggressive. We're getting kind of late here. We're almost hitting the 1 hour mark. So let me tame down the Dungeon Master and we can play a little bit and see how it's actually feeling. If roll, let's say, less than equal to 10, so there's a 10% chance that he does something every given time. Let's say there is a there's a 20% chance that he'll create a kobold, and then there is a 10% chance he'll create a sword. Otherwise, nothing happens. Also, I guess on the maybe on the actions, action, AI action, under attack, there should be an attack action. I want to also put something here. So attack action. Blank is moving, so blank attacks blank owner.name and self.target. There's less than that. There's a 10% chance that there's a 90% chance that nothing happens. It gets weird when you start stacking percentages like that. And also I goofed that. It should be self.target.name. Let's also go back to scene and let's crank down this turn or these seconds per tick. Let's set it back to 10. And let's see if this actually is a playable thing right now. Hey Chad, you are coming in right at the tail end of this, but let's get ourselves some kobolds. And we also have equipable and usable items. And I am kind of out of my gourd on allergy medicine. I appreciate the support, Chad. Uh-oh. Oh, hang on. I guess you guys have half health, by the way. So be warned. Yeah, definitely hard mode. Also, how is the turn length? It's at 10 seconds, and I'm worried that it's going to take too long. I can certainly crank it up. I just want you to folks have time to actually be able to think about your moves. Yeah, one of you should make a run for that potion. Come on, Dungeon Master, do something good. Yeah, so I also added a class that will randomly drop stuff into the dungeon. But right now, it's not seeming to do very much. I'll join in as well and see if I can help out. Of course, I'm outside the level. Of course. Oh, looks like Nympheus grabbed the potion, which is super helpful. The dungeon master does not spawn more potions. Here, let me quit out, and I'll speed up the turns a bit. Let's make it 5 seconds per tick. Let's also make the dungeon master. Here, let's make it a. Less than, let's say, a 10% chance to create a item dot potion. Color is bright magenta. S dot name is potion, and we're going to pin that. And let's just get rid of this outer roll for the time being, and just have just this inner roll, so it's easier to grok the chances. Yeah, so there's a 20% chance every turn a kobold will be created. There's a 10% chance a sword will be created. There's a 10% chance the potion will be created. So right now there's an equal percent chance of a good or bad thing happening. Sending new moves will add to the buffer. If you think, would it make more sense for them to actually get rid of the buffer, Chad? That might make more sense. Oh, we have a new kobold in there too. Also, before we get too far into it, let me also turn off hard mode. Let's go to this Twitch chat manager and set just not give us half health to start, because that's a pretty big disadvantage. There we go. Join. Oh, hang on, I goofed that again. Dungeon Master potion, and the care should be care equals exclamation point for potions. And again, maybe let's add this back and just make it a 50% chance. Again, tweaking numbers isn't particularly interesting. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice for a way to quit out of a series of moves that you've committed to. Hey, Bluestone. Things are good. Slowly adding what's called gameplay to this little abomination or whatever this is. You can pick up the sword and axe can now be picked up, and they increase the amount of damage you do. The potion can be drank. Kobolds can be killed. Players can be killed, and there is a dungeon master entity that will, on occasion, spawn in either more items, potions, or enemies. Oh, there's additional sword. Oh, all the way up at the top. Yeah, I need to tweak that. But yeah, Cuttigan should be next. There's a sword up there in the title. Where'd I just spawn in at? Okay, yeah, there. I can go toe to toe with a kobold. That probably would be okay. Oh, there's another potion up there at the top as well. And we have a third kobold in here. Oh man. So Chad is saying, what if you half the turn length again? You mean cut it, make it shorter or longer, Chad? Okay. So we have 3 weapons, so somebody needs to grab a weapon. And I am being surrounded by... so shorter, yeah. Here, let me... yeah, let me quit out and let me make it shorter again. Let me put it back to where it was before all this tweaking. Sorry, folks. Okay. This time I will not stop the game. We'll just let it proceed. For better, for worse. And I'm just happy drawing little dungeons here. Unfortunately, right now, the item placement is purely random, and it can drop stuff where you might not be able to get it. Yeah, abbreviated movement might be easier. It might just be nice just to say, like, do like a bang and then like a down, down, right, left. Something like that might be nice. Just interpret those as directions. Because right now, everything is just, you interact by bumping. So, oh man. Down. Jeez, Joshua. Oh. So is anybody having any luck connecting with any of the creatures? Um, Somebody grabbed a sword, it looks like. Or I guess Cudigan's gonna get the axe. Yeah, so you can only have one equipped at a time, Chad, so it'll flip it. Wow, there are tons of kobolds in here now, aren't there? Okay, yeah, there we go. So the kobold is gone, which is good. I killed one finally. I will help the group in here gang up on this one kobold, and we will pin it and we will kill it. Nympheus, I'm coming. Between us and that blue, we should be able to corner this kobold. Hey, Purtybot. All right, that blue and Nympheus. Let's get this kobold pinned here somewhere. All right, let's get it. Good work. Woo! All right. Though I think that the rate at which these things spawn is probably a little aggressive. Oh, I think you gave... Ah! Wow, you must have had some weapon equipped because I went down fast. Oh my goodness. All right, folks. I think that's that has been the lunch break roguelike for today. I'm Joshua. I do creative stuff on my lunch breaks. That's what this is all about. So this is making a Twitch Plays roguelike. The zaniness is what we've been playing right now. I'm gonna so you can subscribe to me. That's a thing you can do. Right now I have one subscriber, and my subscriber is my favorite person in the world. That's Fifth Elephant. His name is Gavin. He is a wonderful person. What I'm considering to do is, if you subscribe to me, I'm considering doing an 8-hour stream the last Friday of every month, and the subscribers can dictate what project I work on. So if you want to see me work on something specific, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And towards the end of the month, I will be asking folks what you want me to work on, and I will do a big long stream on whatever topic of your choosing. So feel free to subscribe to me if that's something you would like to see. I guess everybody will be able to see it, but subscribers get to tell me what to do. All right, everybody, I will leave this up running as long as you like. Thank you and take care. Have a good, I guess today's Thursday, right? So I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody. Come on, let's do this Twitch. Yeah, and I think there are tons of kobolds. Everybody seems to be doing pretty good. All right, here we go. Flip it over.